They're not going to sell you a course if they can do that. I can do it, and I'm not selling you anything because I can make as much money as I want without ever having my hand held out in front of you. That's how you understand who knows what and who has to do what. I'm providing you a roadmap. This is how you should live. This is how you should perform as a trader. You want to be independently thought-based. You want to be principally and purposely intent about what you're studying and be realistic, sober-minded about how long it may take you. It's left up to however long it takes because you're pursuing this. Forget about how long it takes. It's not like college, folks, where I have to report to the class and I do the work. I get the credit and I go to the next course that I'm required to go. And after 4 years, I get my degree. That doesn't guarantee you're getting the job. That guarantees nothing. It just means you got a participation award. That's it. That's what a college education is. Today, it's minimized to just that. In this, you're in it, hands in it every single day. You're learning. Do you really have it in you to be a trader? Because if you can't warm up to the idea of back testing, which is everything you do in college, drills, exams, experiments, labs, remember that? That's what the first half of your career is about in trading. You're learning. You're getting your hands in there. You're cutting open that frog to see what its digestive tract looks like. You're getting your hands gooey and it doesn't smell good. It's gross. Well, that's what it's like backtesting. This is boring. How am I going to make any money doing this? You're going to make all the money you're ever going to want by doing that. Because what you're learning to identify, recognize, seeing repeat over and over and over again is determined by these experiences in that backtesting environment. You're building the opportunity for your subconscious to retain this is what it looks like in the past. When it does these things, when price behaves this way, it looks just like this. It does it at this time. It behaves like this. It fits the criteria. It follows all of the characteristics and tenets that I teach. It's not enough for me to give you one video and say, here is optimal trade entry. This is what it looks like for a short. This is what it looks like for a long. And then you think doing this viewing of a video that you now have acquired the skill to go out there and recognize that. You don't. You have to go through price action and see how it behaved and how it formed in the past. Because what that does, it locks into your understanding, your observation skills, that you will immediately run right into it and see it in price action. And you'll be able to anticipate it forming because you've seen so many examples of it so many times. It becomes just like a truck driver or someone that's driven a lot. You're driving down the road, and you've probably done this last night or today. You're probably listening to me driving, and you probably just had it happen to you. You're driving, you're looking down the road a little bit, and this car, you know this car is going to jump in front of you without a signal. You're thinking it. And so much that you've done it so many times, your person sitting in the passenger seat, you can watch this person. He's going to come over without a signal and change lanes with no signal. And they do it. And then you want to look at them smiling. Woo! See that? I should put a 900 number up there and do psychic readings now, right? You blow it up to be something bigger than it really is. But what is that? It's intuition. Why? How did you know? How did you know? How did you bend time and space? You leaped forward in time continuum and came back with information that nobody else had, and you predicted that person in that car with that stupid bumper sticker. Whoever uses bumper stickers today is retarded. Bottom line is you predicted the future. And it happened. Can you imagine if you could do that consistently? Well, guess what, folks? That's like timing the market. You know, what they say you can't do. Oh, that's good. The bottom line is this. You can learn this You can predict every individual candlestick's formation. As it's forming, you will anticipate what it will do and what it should not do. Why? How could you do that? How are you able to predict when they're going to cut in front of you without turn signal? Oh, you're listening to no music. The radio's off. All of a sudden, bang. Song just jumps in your head. It's not on the top 40 list right now. It's an oldie but goodie. But it just literally just jumps in your head. You turn the radio on. What's playing? That song. How on earth did you leave your body, jump onto the astral plane, grab that information, come back, start singing it, and then all of a sudden it's on the radio? How'd you do that? That's what it looks like to everyone else. Voodoo. The voodoo that we do, that technical science. You're activating your reticular activating system when you're back testing. You're allowing the subconscious to filter out everything else. There's a lot of candlesticks on that chart. There's a whole lot of stuff on the charts that I'm posting. And I'm always talking about the thing that matters right now. What's going to happen right now and next? And where's it going to? That comes by way of back testing. I did not have this downloading Neo experiment, okay, where I suddenly knew Kung Fu in the charts. It didn't happen that way, okay? I had to sit in charts and look for these things that I was prompted that, look at this, look at this. Well, what about that? It was just, look here, look there. And then I had to build an idea around, what's so significant about that? And then I said, oh, wow. When this candlestick has an exposure of one singular range over a encapsulated measure of time, which is one candlestick, and then in layman's terms, it's the fair value gap. If I'm bullish and that's an up close candle, if it can come back down into that and stay in the upper half at a very particular time of the day, there's a strong possibility that it's probably going to go up from there and not go below the candle that makes candle number one low. Because fair value gap is 3 candles. Number 2 candle is the middle imbalance. So if it's a bullish fair value gap, candle number 1, that low, should never be traded to. And that's the easiest stop loss placement idea there is. It's the easiest thing. You know what makes it hard? You know what makes it so impossible for you to use that information? Because you can't trade enough contracts. Because the stop would be too big for you to risk that. Well, that's telling you that you're trying to trade with too much leverage. But you don't see it that way. You see it as, this doesn't work for me. I want to take this information and do something amazingly independent from what ICT taught. I want to put my spin on it. And I want to maximize it. I want to have a small stop loss. I want to go in there and look, I used the 1.5 handle stop loss. Aren't you impressed? No, I'm not impressed. I want to see you follow the rules. I want to see you follow the rules. Bullish fair value gap, stop loss at the low of candlestick number 1. And learn to trust that. For 6 months, don't do anything less than that. And over time, what you're going to learn, because you got money on the line, you have an outcome that's measured with a little bit of skin in the race. You're going to see, wow, 80% of my trades, it never went to the low of the fair value gap, let alone go to the low of the candlestick number 1. So what do you think is going to happen there? You're going to graduate to saying, okay, well, I can start moving my stop loss up half of that range between the low of the fair value gap, the high of candlestick number 1, and the low of candlestick number 1. Whatever that range is, divide that in half. That's how I did it, folks. I learned to trust these things because I graduated into them. I didn't just go out there and say, oh, well, I got big brass. I ain't afraid of nothing. I'm going to go out there and just do it this way. No way. No way. That's not how it's done. I need to feel confident in the trade. I can't be worrying about, am I right or wrong? Am I right or wrong? Am I right or wrong? Because everybody thinks that I'm preaching being right all the time. That's just the default of doing things the right way. I'm not doing things retail logic. I'm doing things that are algorithmic, they repeat based on time and price, and they're very rigid with rules. And if you're not comfortable with rules, you will never reach excellence. Whether it be my rules or anything else that's well-defined, that has statistical probabilities behind it and evidence that it's profitable, no matter what it is, if you're not rule-based and you can't adhere to rules, you will not ever reach excellence. And if you know that's something you're never going to work towards, don't do this. You can hurt yourself, you're going to make yourself miserable, or, and this is what I'm hoping you'll do, you build discipline. You build discipline and you forge this fortitude that, you know what? It makes sense for me not to schedule my success. It makes sense. This is not college education. If you go into this thinking it's going to take at least 4 years before I can get my ICT graduation diploma and get out in the working class of trading and start making my own money and not have a job, doing whatever you were doing before you learned. You can't look at it that way. Because if you do, you are stunting your growth and you're building this comfort level that it isn't going to happen for you and you won't allow it to if it happens sooner. I'm not trying to encourage you to be impatient about it. I'm just saying that many of you will go into this and discover what you were fearful of, the things that you thought were never going to be happening for you. It's impossible for you. What's going to happen for you is going to happen quicker than you thought. And when those things happen and you allow it to be organically occurring, not forced, not pretended, not fake it till you make it. When it happens, they are an encouragement that I can't really adequately describe in words. And when you have it happen to you, you're going to struggle to find words to describe how it feels too, because it feels very empowering. It's like rocket fuel, and it's very encouraging, and it crushes depression. It crushes it because it's a reminder that, you know what? There may have been people that you said that you're going to learn how to do this, and they tried to talk you down out of it. Like you're on a cliff, getting ready to jump off or a high rise, and you're going to jump and commit suicide. Man, don't do it, bro. Don't do it, sister. You got so much to live for. Don't touch smart money concepts. Don't take that leap. And you realize that everybody trying to talk you down from that higher position, that better vantage point, because that's really what it is. You're not jumping off. You're going higher. But their mindset is, the only reason why they're going up higher because they want to jump off and commit suicide and do all the wrong things. Lose their shirts. Be embarrassed that they ever did that stuff. You can't blame them. You can't blame the ant's perspective when the eagle's looking down. They don't see it from their perspective. We don't think like that. Their position is lower, and they're rarely looking above themselves. They're only looking what's in front of them right now. How do you know? Look how they move. In a line, following each other. They're great at preparing. They're hard workers. They're 9-to-5ers. They show up every day on time. They get the job done. Need proof? Take a piece of chicken and put it on the sidewalk and see how long it takes for a whole army of them to come out there. And they're following each other in a single file row. That's not what we are. We have our wings spread open. We have a different perspective. We have heights that we're enjoying. The wind is beneath our wings. We're not trying to do much. All we have to do is spread our wings open. And the winds of success, of the things that we put behind us, the back testing, all of these rules that we put behind ourselves, that's what's giving us the lift. Sure, there may be an air pocket in the eagle's wings, even though they're spread out and they drop a little bit. They make an adjustment and they're back in the same thing they were doing a moment ago. They're not panicking and forgetting how, I forgot how to fly. There's a disturbance. There's a big gust of wind. Something happened. I forgot how to fly. I got to start doing something. I better get down there and start walking around on these claws. I got really strong claws, these sharp claws, these talons. The wind just changed a little bit. I got to get out of the air and go down there and walk around on these cloths. They don't do that. They don't do that. But that's exactly what people do when they try to learn how to trade. They don't discipline themselves. They don't stick to what works. They don't even know who they are as a trader because they don't do back testing. They don't journal. They don't log. They don't tell themselves you're doing the right things right now. And they encourage themselves in their journal. If you're going on social media, asking other people to pat you on the back that you did the right thing on that trade, you're doing it wrong. There's no difference between that and an eagle feeling a little bit of a gust of wind and thinking, oh, I forgot how to fly. I need to be encouraged. Let me go down there and hang out with the ants. Because I feel superior among the ants. I can walk around in front of all these ants. Look how much money in my bank account. Let me show you my bank account statement. Look at this. Here's what I got in the bank. That's compensation. That's the clearest indication you don't have it together. That's not excellence. Excellence is, you never hear that person brag about what's in their bank account and show this is what they're in their bank account. This is what they just spent money on. This is what they bought. This is what they did this and did that. They own this. They went here. Wow. They're pretty boring. But guess what? That person ain't boring. They're living a very rich life. They're very, very happy. They're blessed. They're encouraging other people around them. And they're living their best life. That's excellence. That's what it looks like. That's how it's described. Everybody that has real wealth doesn't flaunt it. They don't force it down your throat. And they are not trying to tell you, do what I'm doing. But look around. That's what you see in this industry. And frankly, it's disgusting. Because it leads you down the primrose lane and you're going to do things based on impulsiveness because you want to get to the front of the line. You want to drive those nice cars. You want to be able to brag about how much money you paid. Sure. Nice things are nice. But a whole car collection, a whole warehouse of cars that nobody needs to see doesn't make you excellent. It doesn't make you a good trader. It doesn't define you as a person, female or male. It doesn't make you better than anybody else. But you know what excellence is? Excellence is waking up, knowing exactly what you're going to do, when you're going to do it, why you're going to do it, how you're going to do it, and no one's opinion about what it is that you do or won't do can change or affect it in any way. And it's profitable. That's excellence. That's what I promise you. If you stick to the things I teach in rule-based ideas, that's the lifestyle. That's the lifestyle and the mindset that you'll have. But I can't promise it's going to happen for all of you, and I can't promise it's going to happen for you quickly. And it's a struggle because we as organic beings, we're stuck in this body. And this body wants to do things that it shouldn't want to do. And we wrestle with it. And we have emotions and we have needs on a psychological level where we need to feel validated. We need to feel coddled sometimes. Even if you're really strong and burly. Sometimes you just need to be told, you know what, I love you. I care about you and I would be miserable without you. And I'm just thankful that you're just here with me. Sometimes we just need that. And when that's given to us, man, I would do anything for you because I know you care that way about me. That's living well. Not, I'm glad we have all this and I can afford this and I can do this for you and I can pay for that. That's not. That's superficial. That's all momentary. It's fleeting. It's here for 1 minute and it's gone. You need to have purpose in life. And I don't want people learning from me to get rich and go out there and flaunt what they have because that level of living, that is very superficial. It's shallow. You can't make people with money like myself. I'm not impressed by any of that stuff. In fact, it's distasteful. And it's aimed at a demographic that is going to be motivated to pay for something. when it's done that way. I want it so bad, I'll buy in on that idea because I want to be like that. And I've done that and I wasn't happy. And if they were happy, they wouldn't be shilling because they'd be content. Contentment is, I don't have to do anything and I'm happy. I don't have to get out and do anything. I don't have to make YouTube videos for ad revenue. I don't have to go sell courses. You guys are barking for these books. I know what these books are going to do. I already told you everything in these books is on my YouTube channel. But I want to teach you how to live well as a trader. But that first half of your career, that first half is going to be filled with doubts, second thoughts, regrets, wishing you would have did this and not that. Wish I would have never listened to that person. I wish I would have learned this sooner. And you're going to wrestle with all these things that you have no control over. What if thinking? What if I did this? What if I did that? And what if it doesn't do this? And what if I don't make enough money to be able to pay for a house in cash in the next 5 years? What happens if you can get the down payment? Is that failure? No. So you have to allow your goals to be organic as well. Let them materialize as your skill set provides the means to be able to accomplish them. By forcing all this, I have to, you increase the level of demand on you. It's impossible to enjoy the process. When I was younger, I wanted to be a cook. And I loved watching cooking shows. There was an Asian man named Yan can cook. And just very good entertainer. I could barely understand what he was saying many times, but I was still entertained by it. And he would make these dishes beautifully. He would garnish them. He'd cut a turnip up and shape it all up and look like a turkey. And it was amazing stuff. And I was like, I want to make food that looks like that. Now think about what I just said. I wanted to be a cook so I can make food look like that. And you know what? I learned how to garnish things like fruit and vegetables and make them into animals and shapes. And I thought it's great. It was great. You know what it did for the taste of that? Nothing. It did nothing for the taste. So what did I do? I pursued learning how to cook. I pursued culinary arts because I wanted to be a good garnisher. I had no interest in making food taste good. I was young. I was 17 years old. Here I am watching public television, every possible cook show, I'm watching it. And VCR tapes in, recording it. And the ones I didn't like, I would record over the next time I was on. I was obsessive. But what was my task? I wanted to be a good garnisher. I wanted to make things look amazing with food. But it did nothing for my skill set in terms of making the food taste good. I'm sure Yan made that dish taste amazing. I never had the opportunity to taste it, but he certainly made it look beautiful. Just like cake decorating. I wanted to open up a bakery and I wanted to decorate cakes. I wanted the cakes to look amazing. And I learned all that piping technique and everything, how to make a cake look wonderful. My family loves when I make my own cakes. But when I first started learning about these, I couldn't make a cake that wasn't not overly dry. It didn't taste right. Something was off. And what was I doing? I was learning to make something look good. But I couldn't care less in the beginning if the thing tasted good. And then what I learned in my maturity is, you know what? Sure, I can boil water. Sure, I can do that. But what happens when I want to make the dish taste good? I don't have that yet. And that's where my focus turned to. I want to learn how to cook and make the dishes taste well, good, really, really good, and look good. So I bring this up, and some of you younger folks right now are probably getting irritated by this. You're like, man, what does this got to do with anything? You're just ranting on and on. Here's the message, okay? Here's the moral. You're probably getting into trading because you want the Lamborghini lifestyle, and it's tasteless. It's superficial. It looks good. But everybody that puts that out there, I promise you, promise you, they are ate up with pursuits of feeling significant, that they're miserable. And they constantly have to keep putting that stuff out there because that defines them